With the law. In March of 2020, she was arrested for grand theft. Then in September 2020, she was charged with 3 counts of battery. It was later that same month a judge ordered a mental health evaluation. She was found incompetent and then committed to Florida State Hospital. In April, the judge ordered another evaluation, and in the beginning of May last year, she was still found incompetent. But this time, she was placed on an order of conditional release to a family member, and later that same month, she was then found competent, and the grand theft case was ultimately dismissed. If you or somebody you know is struggling with mental health or maybe even suicidal thoughts, there is always help for you. Anytime, day or night, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at that number on your screen, 1-800-273-8255.
And that police chase that resulted in the death of that 5-year-old spanned the length of most of Duval County. But why did it last so long, and how was it different with a child in the car? For answers to those questions, we're going to go now to Rich Donnelly, who's joining us from the newsroom.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony. Many factors like a crowded highway and weather conditions led to the length of last night's police chase, chiefly among them the fact that a 5-year-old was in the vehicle that was being pursued. And according to our crime and safety expert, many of those same factors should have led to the termination of the pursuit. What we know at this point is that JSO says Pamela Cabrera's vehicle flew off the on-ramp at a high rate of speed and landed in a retention pond. But why didn't they stop her earlier in the chase? Our crime and safety expert says that the 5-year-old in the vehicle led them to adjust their tactics.
You know, sometimes if it's just one vehicle and it's a suspect leaving and they're fleeing after him, they could potentially pit that vehicle, meaning they come over and they kind of tap it and put it into a spin, and so the driver loses control. You wouldn't do that with a victim in the car. The vehicle had a high center of gravity, so I mean, I don't think that they felt comfortable about even pitting the vehicle, even if she was the only one in it.
Other non-confrontational methods could have been used to make an arrest.
She's eventually going to be captured, I think, no matter what way you could track her phone with phone technology, things of those manners. You already know who the individual is.
Bachman also believes that the presence of a child in the vehicle was a big reason why spike strips were not used to stop the vehicle.
Even stop sticks, I don't know if you'd even consider deploying those because of that, because may lose control of the vehicle and then crash.
Ultimately, Cabrera did lose control of her vehicle and crashed, even though those methods were not used by JSO. We've reached out to JSO to hear the rationale behind the procedure during this chase. We are awaiting their response. Reporting in the newsroom, Rich Donnelly, First Coast News, on your side.
A guilty verdict and